subtopic 4.3, the factor theorem. So we have previously learned about the polynomial itself and then the remainder theorem. Now is the factor theorem. So what is factor theorem? Okay, first of all, in this subtopic, you should be able to state and use the factor theorem, and then you also should be able to identify the value of a such that you have x minus a is a factor of px and factorize px completely. Okay, so it's quite similar with the remainder theorem just now when you have x minus a. Okay, definition. If the remainder obtained from dividing the polynomial px by x minus a is 0, okay, again, dia kata kalau remainder yang kamu obtain setelah bahagikan polynomial tu dengan x minus a is 0, remainder dia, baki dia 0, then the linear term x minus a is called a factor of the polynomial. Jadi, senang cerita, kalau kita ada divisor x minus a ni tadi, kita bahagi dengan polynomial tu, then you dapat dia punya remainder, hasil bahagi tu sama dengan kosong. Itu bermaksud yang x minus a tadi tu, linear term ni adalah factor kepada polynomial. Okay? Okay. If PA equal to 0, then x minus a is a factor of px. So, ini dalam bentuk ayat dia lah. So, in other word or in mathematical written, you boleh tulis dalam bentuk macam ni. If PA equal to 0, then x minus a is a factor of px. Okay. Okay, conversely, number 1, conversely, sebaliknya, if x minus a is a factor of px, then PA equal to 0. Kalau, ni macam mana kita dapat a tu kan? So, you pindahkanlah x minus a equal to 0. So, x equal to a. Tu yang masuk a tu dekat dalam sini. Number 2, in general, if ax plus b is a factor of px, then p di dalamnya adalah negative b over a must be equal to 0. So how do I obtain this one? By using, you rearrange again. So for example, this one kan? So you rearrange x equal to a. Bawa pindah a tu ke sebelah. So about this one, a x plus b, right? B equal to 0. So x must be equal to, this one is 0, sorry, negative b over a, like that. You susun dia semula macam tu. Susun dia semula. Okay. So itu bermaksud, itu yang dia maksudkan dengan factor theorem. Factor theorem means dia dalam sebutan macam ni. Is a factor. This one is a factor. Kalau dia punya remainder, bila you substitute the thing into the polynomial, you get 0. Okay, let's see the example. Determine whether the following linear function are factors of the given polynomial. So, for a and b, you have this linear function, x minus 3 and 2x minus 1. You want to determine whether this x minus 3 is a factor of this polynomial or not. So, how do we determine this one? We're going to rearrange this one. So, you have x minus 3, it's become x equal to 3, right? Okay, let me erase again. Become x equal to 3. So this 3, you're going to substitute into this x over here. Okay? So you have like this, you have rearranged it, you obtain x equal to 3. So x equal to 3. This 3, you're going to substitute into the x. So bila you substitute into this polynomial, ganti masuk, then you calculate, it's actually equal to 540, which is not equal to 0. So, meaning that when it is not equal to 0, this linear expression just now, linear term just now is not a factor of px because the remainder is not equal to 0. The remainder are the value over here, 540. So we can conclude that x minus 3, this one, is not a factor of px. So let's see another example. You have px given by this and you have a linear term which is this one. So we're going to obtain our x equal to, bring this one to the right, you have 1 over 2, right? So your x equal to 1 over 2. So this thing you're going to substitute into x. So this thing you're going to substitute into x. So ganti masuklah dia. Then you calculate, you obtain 0. Meaning that when the remainder is 0, tidak ada baki dekat situ. Since p 1 over 2 equal to 0, then this term, the linear term just now, 2x minus 1, is a factor of px. Okay? So I hope you can understand what is a factor and when does it not become a factor. Okay? Okay, more example. If 2x plus 1 is a factor of polynomial, this one, find the value of p. Okay, so you have p over here. We still don't know what is the coefficient, right? So you need to find the coefficient of x squared. Okay. Okay, we let this one is our p since it's already given that 2x plus 1 is a factor. Dia dah bagi tahu. 2x plus 1 is a factor of px. So we can rearrange to obtain our x. So x equal to 1 over, this is our x, kan? X equal to negative 1 over 2. So you substitute into this polynomial. And since it said that this is the factor, so it must be equal to 0. Sebab dia dah bagi tahu itu adalah, linear term itu adalah factor. So the remainder must be 0. So when you substitute this thing, okay, you get this whole thing negative 1 over 4 and this whole thing, we still have p left over here that we want to solve. Then you rearrange the equation. Susun semula, you will get p is actually equal to 21. So this is the answer for the p. Okay, so you have to bear in mind that what does it mean by factor theorem? Factor theorem means when you have a factor like this, when you substitute the a or the factor into this polynomial, you will get the remainder 0. Okay. Okay, another example. Given that x minus 2 and x plus 1 are both factors of the polynomial. So dia kata dua-dua ni adalah factors untuk this one. Find the values of the constant a and b. So samalah. You have to find this one and this one. I think we have encountered some kind of example like this dalam in the previous subtopic, in the remainder theorem. Ada juga yang dia suruh cari A and B, right? So it's kind of similar, lebih kurang sama untuk the factor theorem. Okay, so what happen is that when you have two factors, you're going to substitute both factors, kedua-duanya. So you first need to find your x equal to 2, and the other one, your x equal to negative 1. So dua-dua dia ni, both of these, you're going to substitute into the x of this. So you're going to obtain two equations like this. Okay. So the first one, I'm going to substitute the x, which is equal to 2, into the polynomial. And since it's already mentioned, these two terms are actually factor. So the remainder must be 0. Okay. So when you substitute, you rearrange and then you get this first equation. And then we substitute for the second factor, which is x equal to negative 1 into the polynomial. And it's also a factor, so you have 0 at the back over here. And again, you rearrange, you will get the second equation. So what happens when you have two equations? You're going to perform simultaneous equation, persamaan serentak. So you solve equation 1 and 2. Either you want to substitute 1 into 2 or you want to minus this one. You want to subtract. Tolak dia. Okay. So ada dua cara lah. Sama ada guna penggantian, substitution. 1 ke dalam 2 atau 2 ke dalam 1. Or you want to tolak. You want to subtract these two equation. And you will obtain A equal to half and B equal to negative 13 over 2. Okay. Another example, given that x plus 2 is a factor of this polynomial, find the constant k. Okay, now you have to find the constant k. Hence, okay, you have to find the constant k first, and then you have to factorize the expression completely. Dia suruh factorize pula. Okay, we go one by one. We solve for this one first. Okay, since dia kata x plus 2 is a factor, meaning that kita punya x equal to negative 2 lah. So our x equal to negative 2. So this negative 2 you're going to substitute into the polynomial, and which is equal to 0 sebab dia kata is a factor. Is a factor. So it becomes 0. Okay, then you solve for this one, you get your k equal to negative 8. Therefore, kita tulislah semula our polynomial yang just now incomplete because of k. So now you have obtained your k. You write it down nicely. 2x cubed plus x squared minus 8x negative 4. You dah gantikan k ni dengan negative 8. Okay, now dia dah kata, once you dah solve for k, you have to factorize the expression completely. You kena factorize pula yang ini. Macam kita buat factorization di chapter 2, quadratic equation kan? So, but this one is cubic. So, how you going to factorize cubic? So, we're going to use long division. Again, you're going to see long division, the one yang we don't really like. Okay? Okay, this is long division. So since this is the factor, x plus 2 is a factor, so it become the divisor. So kita bahagikanlah dia dengan x plus 2. So this is your divisor. Your punya dx kan? Okay. Again, we obtain, again we perform the long division. X time berapa dapat 2x kuasa? 3x time 2x square. You get 2x cube over here. Okay, so saki baki dia yang plus 2 ni, you multiply with 2x. 2 times 2x square, you get 4x square over here. Sekali lagi, we subtract. Okay, tolakkan dia. So this one become nil. And then x square minus negative 4x square, you get negative 3x square. And this one bawa turun, you have negative 8x. Okay, again we perform x time 3x time berapa dapat 3x square? X time 3 negative 3x. X kali dengan negative 3x ni dapat 3x square. So you dapatlah yang ini. Okay, sama juga. Baki dia yang ni, yang tertinggal ni, 2 you multiply with negative 3x. 2 times negative 3x, you get negative 6x over here. So, kita tolak lah. Lagi sekali, kita tolak dia. So, this one become nil. And this one, negative 8x minus negative 6x, you get negative 2x. And this one, bawa turun lagi. Okay. So, we perform again. X times berapa dapat negative 2x? X times negative 2. So, x kali dengan negative 2 baru dapat negative 2x. So, this one you tulislah negative 2x. Dan saki baki dia yang ni 2 times negative 2. You get negative 4 over here. So, kita tolakkan dia. We subtract this thing. You get 0. You get nil. The remainder equal to 0. The remainder equal to 0, okay? Which mean that this one is a factor. Dia terbukti lah, it is proven that x plus 2 is a factor of this polynomial. Okay? Okay, but we have to Remember, when we perform long division, you have to rearrange your answer nicely according to this form. Px equal to qx plus qx times dx plus rx. So what is your qx? Quotient kita tadi. Quotient kita this one. This is our q. This is our q, right? So susunlah dia. Qx times dx, our divisor, plus rx. Our rx equal to 0 over here, kan? So, dia kata factorize completely. Soalan tu minta you have to factorize completely. Factorize completely. Okay, this one, since you still have quadratic, so you have to factorize lah. So, factorize this quadratic expression, you get 2x plus 1 and x minus 2. And also this one, x plus 2. So this is the final answer. So we can say that these three terms are actually the factor of the polynomial. Not only this one, but these two terms as well. Or we can also have alternative method. By using this one, we have our px macam ni. So you can write it down using x plus 2 is our what we call it, our divisor, right? Our divisor. So you have ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, so ax squared plus bx plus c ni the expression of quadratic that we don't really know. So we want to obtain this ax squared plus bx plus c. Ini cara alternatif selain daripada yang guna factor theorem just now. Okay, now I'm using the comparing the coefficient. Saya guna bandingkan coefficient dia, perkali dia. So for x cube, I have x cube over here. Dia punya coefficient adalah 2. Dekat sini, I have to expand this one first lah. I have to expand this one first. So I will have ax cube. Macam tu. Okay. And sama jugalah untuk yang ini. I will expand this one, multiply this one. So I will have bx square. And then I will have plus cx. And again, you expand lah yang ni. 2ax square. 2ax square. And 2bx plus 2bx plus 2c. Okay. So, kita tengok dekat sini. For the coefficient of x cube, you have a. So, kita compare lah. Kalau dekat atas ni, dia adalah 2. Dekat bawah ni, we have x. We have a. Meaning that, a tu actually equal to 2. Bila kita compare perkali dia. Perkali ni yang depan ni constant term. Okay, so we have our a is actually equal to 2. Okay, how about b? Okay, so b, we have b over here and we also have b over here. Okay. So, B ni, dia kata, kita akan nampak, kita tengok pula untuk x square. Untuk x square, this one, perkali dia adalah 1. Kan, dekat sini ada perkalinya 1. So, untuk di bawah sini, bx square, you have this one. Untuk square ni. So, you have 1 is actually equal to b plus 2a. 2a plus b equal to 1. So you know that your a is actually 2 just now. So you substitute lah 2 ni ke dalam a. So you obtain your b equal to 3. Okay, so you have a and b already. Now you want to obtain your constant. So kalau refer balik, constant kita yang mana? Constant kita adalah this one. 2c. This is our constant. So, constant actually equal to this one. Dia sama kan? So, you samakan dia. Negative 4 equal to 2c. So, you obtain c equal to negative 2. Then, you can write it down this one. Ini adalah from the previous one, ax square plus bx plus c. So kita dah susun semula, kita dah obtain our a. This is actually ax square plus bx plus c. So you already obtained this one. So you just write it down nicely lah. Okay. And next example, the expression px cube plus x square plus qx plus 12 has a factor, this one, and leave a remainder of 4. Dia kata dia ada baki, remainder 4, and this is the factor when divided by this one. So obviously kalau dia ada remainder, this is not a factor. Okay, they just said that this is a divisor but not the factor. Find the values of the constant p and q. So kita ada p, kita ada q dekat sini. So kita let lah our polynomial is this one, and it said that dia kata has a factor. Kalau this one, sorry, so x plus 3 ni is a factor, so you can obtain x is actually equal to negative 3. So you're going to substitute this negative 3 into this polynomial. So kita ganti masuk and you will obtain 0. Okay, and another one you will substitute p1 over here. Okay, how do I obtain 1? Because x equal to 1, so it's become p1, and this one become p negative 3. Okay, so what happened is that you're going to substitute these two using the factor theorem. Okay, p negative 3 you substitute into the polynomial, you get 0. Sebab dia kata yang x plus 3 tadi tu adalah factor. So it's become 0. And then you will obtain blah blah blah. You solve for this equation, you obtain the first equation. You still cannot solve it because you have p and q. So it becomes first equation. Now we want to check for this one. p1 we solve and dia ada baki. This is the remainder. You have your r over here. Okay, dia bagi tahu kalau kita guna x minus 1 ni, dia ada remainder of 4. Okay, so kita tulislah 4 dekat sini, not 0. Okay, then when you substitute, you get p plus q equal to negative 9. So this is your second equation. So you have two equations, 1 and 2. Okay, so you're going to solve using simultaneous equation. You buatlah persamaan serentak and you will obtain p equal to 2 and q equal to negative 11. Okay, so that's it about factor theorem. So we have covered about polynomial itself, remainder theorem, and also this third subtopic which is factor theorem.